Hi, this is Paramita. Today I'm going to show you how to use div tag in HTML page. Okay, div tag is used to mention a particular division. To show my more videos on HTML, you can visit my website www.paramita.nz.com. So, how to use div tag? See, this is a new HTML page. I will save it as oh, my machine is hanging. No. Save as div. I'll save it as part3.html. Yeah, yes. So this is the opening div. That's the closing div. So if you see in design mode, we have created a div. By default, div will take the whole 100% of your screen horizontally, but I can manipulate the width, height, and lots of attributes here. I'll use style attribute. Within style attribute, I will mention width. Suppose we will take 300 pixel width, and we'll put height, suppose 400 pixel, and we'll put a background color so that we can see that this is the div we created, background color. I'll take this one. Well, yeah, see, now we got a 300 pixel and 500 pixel div. So, but see the div, I didn't mention any align, like I didn't mention whether I want it in the left, right, or center. So by default, the div will come in the left side. But if what if I want this div in the right side, not in the left side? Then we have to use the float property within style attribute. Float, F-L-O-A-T, float right. Yeah. So now see, once I used the float right, now the div came in the right side. I'll see in browser how does it look. Yeah. See, I got one 300 pixel wide and 400 pixel height and div in the right side. Now within this that's the way how you can use div tag in HTML. This is the basic HTML knowledge. Now if you want, you can put an image within the div, or you can put some text in the div, then you can style those, so all these things you can use in your web page as you require it. Like for the time being, I will just put one image there. See, I use the img tag To put the image, I use the img tag. This is the source of my image, and this is some width height of the image. Okay, so we'll see in the browser how does it look. See, within the div I put one image. So in this way, within div you can put another div if you want. You can put another table. Whatever you require to do for your web page, you can style as per your requirement. That's all for div. Then we'll see how to create a link. Okay, now suppose within this div we just we'll just write a text. This is my link. Okay, see, the text is there. This is my link. Now I want to make it a link. How can I do that? We have to use the anchor tag. I told you, to make a link you have to use the anchor tag. See, this is the link. To make the link we have to use anchor tag A. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll open anchor tag and close anchor tag. In anchor tag there is a mandatory attribute. You must have to use this attribute. What is that? That's href. Okay, so href, and within href you have to mention the path of the page where you want to link this text. Okay, it can be a website path, it can be a different page within the same website. It's up to you. For the time being, now I will put http dot google dot parameter nz.com. Remember, if you want to link an website, you must have to put the protocol. If you don't put this http, okay, http or https, whatever, if you don't put the protocol, you cannot link with the website. So here I have mentioned the path of the website page where I want to put the link to this text. Okay, this is my link. So this is the mandatory attribute with the anchor tag. Without this you cannot make a link. So now once I did that, see what happens in the browser. See, can you see this text has been underlined? Okay, that means this is a link. By default, when you convert a text to a link, by default that text is underlined, and the text color will be blue. We'll just make this div background color different so that we can understand the text thing. We'll make it yellow. Yeah, see, the link has become like blue color and it's showing like underlined. So by default, if you don't do any style within the anchor tag, any link comes like this. Now if you click here, yeah, it will link to the destination, whatever destination you mention. I have mentioned this one, www.parameternz.com. Okay, so that's how you can create the link. Now we want to style this link. So if we want to style this link, we can use some other attribute, like we can use style equals, can use, I don't want my link to be underlined. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll use the property text decoration. Text decoration within style attribute none. Text decoration none. We don't want any text decoration. Okay, if you want to change the font color, you can. Maybe you want the font color white. Okay, so if you want the font color white, just change the color white. So by default the font comes blue, but if you want you can change within the anchor tag, okay, using style attribute. So now see what happens. Now see the underline mark is gone. Okay, so yeah, so that's how you can create the link. Alright, so we have done table, we have done div, we have done a link, and yes, now I am going to show you form tag. See, in form, what happens? We have to use the form tag, opening form tag, closing form tag. But in form tag, there are some attributes like form name. You can write some name here, my form, but this is an optional attribute. Okay, method. This is a mandatory attribute in form tag. You have to use some method, otherwise your form will not be submitted. Often we have to use this form tag. It's very important because whenever we are going to do the testing using selenium for any dynamic website, there must be some forms to submit the data in the database. Okay, so method can be get or post, either get or post. I'm writing it post, and then action. Suppose action here we mention the web page where we are going to submit this form. Okay, so suppose abc dot php or abc dot asp, whatever. Okay, so yeah, name, method, action, and yeah, these are the like common attribute, but you can use other optional attributes also. We may maybe they are like id, class, and another important attribute is ink type. Ink type, this is an optional attribute, but in your form if you have file upload element, then you must have to use this ink type multipart, this one, multipart form data. Okay, so if you have file upload in your within your form, you must have to mention this ink type multipart slash form data. Otherwise it's optional. If we don't have any file upload, then you maybe you don't need to put this one. All right, so that's how we create a form. And within form, maybe you want to create a text field to put the name, like name, input, type, text, name, name, value, name. Okay, so you'll see in browser what we did. See, within the form we created a text field. This is a text field where we can put text. Okay, so by default it's coming enter name because I have I have taken one attribute called value. If you mention this value, whatever you will mention within this, by default it will come within this text field. So what we have done here, so this is the input tag. We are using input tag to create this text field. Input tag, within input tag, type equal to text, and we mention its name. These are the optional attribute: name, value, etc. If you don't mention all these things, if you just mention this input type equal to text, then also it's going to work. See, then also it's work. Okay, so that's how we create the text field within the form, and then we create the email. Before, for email also we used to use text, we used to use input type text, but now in HTML5 we have input type email. If we use input type email, what happens, it has got some JavaScript already inbuilt there, so it checks for email. It checks if you are writing a valid email or not. Okay, so it's better to use the input type email. Yep, like this. Then password, if you want to create a password element here, input type password, that's it. See in browser. When you create a password type box, what happens, whatever right here, see, you can't see the text. Okay, so because for password we need to conceal the text, so that's why in input box we use the type password. Okay, so name, email, password, and now to submit the form you need a submit button. So we use input type submit, that's it. See, there is a submit button. Okay, now here you write your name, Perry, email, maybe you just write like this, you didn't write a proper email. Okay, and password 1234. You go to submit and see what happens. See, you will get a prompt, please include an at in the email. So this is not a proper, so that's why if you use the type email in your input box, so you'll get an email validation. Previously we had to write JavaScript to validate that one, but now we don't need to do, just use the type email. Okay, so yeah, this these are the main component in forms we are going to use. And except that, yeah, except that you can use radio buttons, check boxes, like remember me. I want the checkbox here. Okay, so checkbox I input type checkbox. See, we got a checkbox. Okay, but when you are creating a checkbox, you should mention a value as well, because otherwise why you are checking, after checking what's going to happen, so you should mention a value here. Value equal to remember. Okay, so you can use these attributes value, name, class, id within this input elements as per your program requirement. All right. So and the radio button also you can create just like this, my radio input. Oh, sorry. Type radio value WMEN women. Okay. Yeah, see, this is the radio button. So in this way you can create text boxes, email boxes, password boxes, checkbox, radio button, submit button, all these things within the form tag. Okay. Now, to know more about this radio button, check buttons, and how to manage, how to use the different attributes within the form tag, um, I will refer you to go for my advanced web designing technique. Okay, there I will discuss and explain each and everything and in advanced level. Okay, this is the basic just to understand the HTML, that what is form tag, what is input tag within the form, all these things. All right. So yeah, so that was pretty much the basic knowledge of HTML. So but this is not the advanced HTML, I'm telling you again, because this course is designed for those people who doesn't know HTML at all. So because it will help you out to understand that what we are going to do, because if you like when you are learning selenium, you need to know that what you are going to test in a in an web application. Okay, so yeah, so this was the basic idea of HTML. So tomorrow I'm going to start the selenium java training. All right, thank you very much guys, thanks for watching. Bye for now.